Ladies and gentlemen, this is the next attraction of the evening. 3 2-minute rounds of exhibition boxing. Brought to you by the Money Team, High Roller Entertainment, Front Row Entertainment, One Entertainment, and Zeus Network. In the ring, the man laying the law when the bell sounds, referee Sheamus Dunn. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing solid black. His professional combat sports record.
Boom!
To defeats, fighting out of Canby Island, England. Presenting Pretty Boy, Mike Hale. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing the green, trimmed with gold and black. His professional record, 13 victories, 3 defeats, 8 of his victories coming by what? Fighting out of Mayweather Boxing Club, Las Vegas, Nevada, presenting Kevin Johnson.
Let's go! Let's go!
In charge, Sheamus Dunn.
Do that to me.
Wish you both the very, very best of luck. Shake hands.
Come on.
So daily we have.
Hey, Shannon, screen record this. Shannon, screen record it.
Mike Pretty Boy Hales, 24, the younger of the two, the MMA boxer. And if we're looking at history here, he trained previously SPG, which is Conor McGregor's old gym. And of course, Conor, an opponent of Floyd, his last big fight, as it were. And Kevin Johnson, the Thunderstorm, training out of Team Mayweather.
Yeah, and actually I was watching Mike on the pads, and even though this is his boxing debut, he actually looked quite decent. I know you can't judge it on pad work, but his base and his fundamentals look pretty good.
Yeah, if you saw the two just as they were given their final instructions from the referee, Mike did look just a bit nervous where Kevin had that real look about him, and he was already rolling his shoulders, he was smiling, he was looking at his opponent.
And he's snapping that jab real good right now. And when you're based in the Floyd Mayweather jab, you're going to have that confidence, you know. I've seen the spars in that gym.
And you can see it there again.
Shit, let's go.
That was the timing. The left had just landed and made Mike Pretty Boy Hales just miss.
Let's go.
And you can see he's shaping up. He's from the Mayweather school. The little pullbacks he's trying to do. That
He can't box, kid.
he goes into the Floyd guard, but then he goes into the high guard. That high guard is to tease Mike into throwing shots so he can counter back.
Now for me, Mike's staying very disciplined. He just took a beautiful left hook to the body, but he's staying very disciplined. His hands are staying high, his guard's high, and he's trying to work what I call good, solid bread and butter technique with the jab and crosses.
He is, but the difficulty he's having is the speed and timing of Johnson.
And this was something we mentioned before, when the biggest thing you have to adapt to when you come in.
Let's go!
Outside, I mean, he's
Boy, too sharp.
record in MMA. What you've got to do is to adapt to that range and the footwork necessary and where you're going to throw.
Ain't no fourth quarter, it's only 3 rounds.
He's doing well, you know, in his first round. He's got a good solid base, but you know, there's a lot of MMA fighters out there. When they're transitioning into boxing, that's the one thing, they do not move their head. They stay in the center line, and if he doesn't want to get hit like that, he has to start moving his head.
Essentially, as we see here, you mentioned the Mayweather style. It's written all over Kevin Johnson, isn't it?
Yeah, as I said, he's got that shoulder roll look, and then he switches to the high guard. And as I said, that high guard is to tease your opponent into throwing something so you can counter back with your own shots.
And there's that perfect moment there in the middle of the round where he landed the left hook. And Mike was straight back away, but he just missed. He pulled back from the waist there, just out of range.
Exactly. Boxing's a game of inches. That's why one of my favourite fighters is Shakur Stevenson.
And again, that beautiful, stiff, sharp jab to the body. And one thing I love there is when you see some really good boxers, the thing is, the jab just doesn't look particularly fast. It's so relaxed. It is fast. It's just popped out there relaxed, but it lands so you know the speed is there. And this man's so relaxed.
So relaxed. And this is the jab that this is the shot that I'm obsessed with teaching my fighters over and over again. It's not just about throwing a jab, it's how you throw the jab, different tempos of the jab, you know, manipulation of the jab. There's so many different ways to use it.
It's the way in, it's the way out. As you said, it's the key to unlocking someone.
And if you look at Johnson, when they come out of this, and he takes centre again, he puts his weight on the back foot, and he keeps stepping and stepping. And yeah, I just saw that. Yeah, Mike's gonna fall into shots and walk into something.
Well, he tried to change the tempo there, Mike. It was the right thing to do. He pushed forward, but as you said, just looking at the footwork there to transition for Kevin Johnson was a joy to watch. But for me, Mike Hales is doing the right thing, and he put that little left hook in there. He's trying to make Kevin Johnson think. He's trying to stand there and work with him.
Yeah, I mean, skill-wise, he's not on Johnson's level, but he's staying in there and he's game. But you can see now, Kevin Johnson is he's just now stepping up those levels.
Yes, that right hand was very ominous, that last one, and with the movement. And again, as we know, the whole point of these are their exhibition bouts, but if you need to know that they're full-blooded, just watch this. Just watch our previous bout. They may be exhibitions, but they both want to win.
Great. I know Saheed was going to like that one.
Listen to the crowd, they love that as well.
That was slick.
Let's go, kid!
That movement there, that's what.
Let's go!
For your opponent, if you can make a miss like that,
Nigga sharp.
it'll be a long night for them.
The problem for Hales as well is he not only made a miss, Hales planted his feet with those shots.
Let's go, boy!
Everything into them, and when they miss as well, it's not only frustrating, it's tiring.
Exactly. It's hit and not get hit.
That said, I still
Knock his
think
pretty
he's
ass out.
got the right tactics. He's looked at going forward. He's looked at throwing.
One more round, baby.
Whenever he can. He knows that when they're in that close range, that body hooking and uppercut range, he still tries to fire off. He's willing to take these beautiful shots to try and get his own going back.
Oh yeah, look at that, he just evaded that. And as I said, when I was watching him on the pads, even though it's his boxing debut, I liked his fundamentals, I liked his base, his stance, the way he had, where his hands are placed.
The final round.
So it's the final round, and again, superbly entertaining, Davey.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. For a debut, he's doing well. Obviously, the experience is with Johnson, and Johnson's gonna turn it up, I think, in this last round.
Yeah, I think especially the second half of the round at least, because as we said, on his resume is 8 KOs, so he carries the power as well. It's that head movement.
Look at Mike Hales though, for a boxing debut, you know, he's not phased.
Oh, snapping jab into the face, but as Daly said, he took it well, he came back. What I like about Mike Hales is he realises what he's up against, so tries to maximise his time when he is in there toe-to-toe, and looks to still throw the combinations. There's a freedom about his work as well.
Yeah, he's doing well. He's got a good base to work with if he wants to continue in boxing.
And this coming from a man that knows what he's talking about. He's training pro boxers himself now. And Daly, is he the sort of lad you say, yeah, I could work with you, I could do something with you?
Yeah, he's got a base to work with. As I said, you can mould him into something as long as they're dedicated.
Fuck, come on, knock his ass out, man.
And he's looking at trying to get those shoulders rolling, trying to get that head moving, but most of the time it's after he's taken the snapping punch.
Yeah, it's the counters. It's the counters for me. And he's turning on the left. He's switching it up now. Look at that, free right.
Let's go! Knock him out, bro. You got 20 seconds left.
Good variation there.
Fuck, he ain't gonna knock him out in time.
And you heard his coach
Knock his ass out. 15 seconds, bro.
moving, which is what you've been saying
That's right.
throughout this bout.
Yeah, but it's going to take time. He's a novice to boxing, so it's going to take time. But I would be drilling that defense.
And the left hand comes round the guard from Kevin. The last shot of the back, he comes actually right round.
Let's go.
Lands it flush, Eddie.
I ain't knocked his ass out.
Entertaining back.
Good entertaining bout. Technical from
Kevin, you look good, boy.
but I like the grit and the heart from Mike Hales, and he has the base there to work on his skills, on his fundamentals, on his boxing.
And there's that movement from Kevin Johnson. You were talking about the head movement and then the defence, and that was that snapped-in jab, and it just came out so fluidly.
Those kind of jabs there.
Damn, I hope they're screaming for it.
I want to take those jabs all night.
And I still think that when we watch these replays and the accuracy, that Johnson entered in the spirit of the idea of the exhibition. We've seen he's got 8 KOs. I think he held back just enough to make sure this went 3 rounds. No disrespect to Mike Hales, but you didn't really see that final turning up of the pressure when he could do. Snapping single shots and said, this is what I'm capable of.
Yeah, and if you're in front of the crowd, you want to show some skill.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for both fighters, Pretty Hales, Johnson.
That shit fucked up.
Daly, very entertaining back. Big smiles from both men, and rightly so. They put on real entertainment for us. And Kevin Johnson showed us just enough to see why we should be excited.
I think he's done the right thing there. He's in front of a crowd. He wants to show his skill set. So going the distance like that, we get to see what he's all about.
I'm here with amazing technique, amazing speed. We saw a lot of great stuff in there. I know there was an altercation in the build-up to this fight, but now that you've shared the ring with Mike, is there a little bit more respect there? Is there more respect between you?
It's a lot of respect with Mike, Pretty Boy Falls, man. He did put up a good fight, you know, and yeah, thanks. Much respect to him.
Yeah, you showed some amazing skill. We saw a lot of technique from you. Was there anything you saw in your opponent that you particularly noted? Anything that you think was his strongest attribute?
Not really, because my defense was on point the whole time. I wasn't getting hit with big shots and none of that. Basically, mainly working on my defense, my jab, moving, sticking and moving, body shots, accuracy, everything I need practice in the gym.
I think big things are coming. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Kevin Thunderstorm Johnson.
Woo! Thank God. In our Lord Jesus Christ, thank you so much to Floyd Mayweather. Happy birthday, my boy. And thank you so much to everybody that's a part of this event. I appreciate you guys so much.
Shout out to
respect and prayers for y'all family. Love y'all. Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, both fighters, give it up for Mike Hales and Kevin Johnson.